The entire world is going populist, so says the Financial Times, with Zero Hedge summing it up. Quote, in 2024, democracy spoke and it roared with anger. The evidence is a new analysis finding that for the first time since 1900, votes fell for every single ruling party in an advanced country. What's driving the anger is three things: the economy, immigration, and a social media that is letting voters hear what's actually happening in their countries. On the economy, I've mentioned wages that failed to keep up with inflation. This is leading to a plunge in social mobility, as the rich find ways to dodge the falling boulders, but the poor get wiped out. This combines with immigration to decimate the working class, as it turns out importing the third world also imports third world wages. In raw numbers, out of 12 elections in advanced countries last year, the party in power lost, on average, 7% of the vote. Now, 7 points in politics is a big deal. It's the difference between a win and a landslide loss. Where did the voters go? To the populist right. Nearly 90% of the gain was on the right, with a smattering of voters going to the radical left, presumably disappointed in a crony left-wing elite that sold them out to globalist corporations. The swing was massive among the young, who are turning en masse against the entire system. The biggest swing was young men, so most American men actually voted for Trump. That's up from just 1 in 3 traditionally voting Republican. This is turning Gen Z right, an echo of the increasingly right-wing Gen X. In Europe, it's even more extreme, with right populists going from 20% of the young male vote in 2014 to nearly 60% today. Even European women went from 20% in 2014 to nearly 40% now voting right-wing populists. In other words, young Europeans are now significantly more right-wing than young Americans. In fact, if only young Europeans voted, Europe would be substantially to the right of Donald Trump. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained.com. We are witnessing a realignment, a complete rejection of the center-left globalists who've misrun the West for a generation, with economy and mass immigration the tip of the spear. Now that Trump has liberated America, and even Canada looks like its long nightmare might be over, attention is turning across the pond, where a savior is haunting Europe, the savior of populism. First up will be Germany, with elections due in February, where the right populist AfD is second in the polls, the first time in 80 years for an outside party. Meanwhile, polls show the left-wing governments of Australia and Norway are on course to lose power in the coming months, with Poland, Czech Republic, and Ireland all facing voters, no doubt, with trepidation. In some countries, the government is so unpopular they could actually have early elections, one poster child being Britain, where communist groomer Keir Starmer is now scoring just 25% in the polls, mere months after taking office. Elon Musk recently posted that while Donald Trump was a big win, we are not safe until the entire West is liberated. The next 12 months is our chance. New episode of the Roundup podcast just dropped. Check it out at petersaintange.com. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.